Unbelief. Amazing true stories.
Good evening. They say don't believe anything you read and only half of what you see, and we'd like to add to that, unless you see it here tonight. From the Water Gardens in Santa Monica, California, welcome to another edition of Beyond Belief Amazing True Stories. Hi again, everybody. I'm Pat O'Brien.
Hello, I'm Ann Martin. Keep in mind once again that everything that you'll see here tonight is real, but in many cases unexplainable, defying logic and conventional wisdom.
Indeed, Ann. We begin tonight with the story of a brother and a sister born to the same mother and father in 2 different years with 2 different astrological signs.
Now that shouldn't make news, much less history, but in this case it does.
Because Celeste and Timothy Keys are twins born a world record 95 days apart.
This story actually started when the twins' parents, Simone and Thomas Keys, played together as babies. 22 years later, the childhood sweethearts married and had a healthy son, Thomas III. Their life seemed picture perfect, and the Keys wanted their family to grow. But there was a problem. Because of a childhood bout with rheumatic fever, Simone developed a heart condition.
A heart specialist told us we couldn't have any kids. He said that if we wanted to have any more kids, we had to think about adopting.
Although she tried to avoid pregnancy, it was at a regular doctor's appointment that Simone was stunned to find out she was pregnant. And she was doubly surprised to find out she was carrying twins.
It was really shocking. I was worried about her health. We didn't know if she was going to make it. We didn't know how her heart was going to handle it.
Beyond the dangers facing Simone, there were inherent risks for the twins.
The number one fear for anybody who is pregnant with twins is that they'll have a premature delivery. You also worry about premature rupture of the membranes. You also worry that one baby may suddenly die inside the uterus.
Simone's pregnancy was now considered high risk. The baby's hearts were monitored constantly. Doctors determined that the twins were fraternal, which would later prove to be crucial.
They had separate circulations, separate placentas, separate sacs, and for all intents and purposes were 2 different individuals just occupying the same womb, same uterus.
3.5 months before the babies were due, the pregnancy took a critical turn.
He looked at us. His whole demeanor had changed completely, so I knew something was happening. Something was devastating.
On looking at the cervix, I could see that the membranes, the bag of waters, had begun to protrude through the cervix and was almost completely through the vagina. And so I knew that we had an emergency on our hands. We called labor and delivery to let them know that she was on her way, and she went straight into one of our intensive care rooms, where we laid her on the table and tilted the table back so that hopefully gravity would pull the membranes back.
A little bit hard to breathe?
It is, it's slightly.
Okay, just takes...
We gave her medications to quiet the uterus.
For the moment, it worked. Even though the babies wanted to come out, their best chance to live was to stay in their mother's womb.
It's going to be all right.
We're extremely concerned that they might not survive.
October 15th, 1994, Simone was upside down in constant pain for 96 hours, unable to eat, drink, or sleep, her delicate heart being checked moment to moment. Despite all efforts, her body went into labor again. Doctors were expecting to deliver 2 dangerously premature babies. Separate intensive care teams headed by Dr. Douglas Montgomery took over.
We had 2 sets of neonatal physicians for the infants. We had a respiratory team. We had 2 sets of physicians, 4 sets of nurses. Everybody was there in preparation for the worst.
And just like looking at ER on TV, folk running down the hall with the bed. Dr. Montgomery next to the bed, the nurses are on the side of the bed, and I'm behind the bed, and I'm running down the hall. Once I walked in the room, I mean, as soon as I got in, Timothy had come out.
Having already had a child, Simone was anxiously awaiting the first sounds of life.
The first thing that you automatically hear is the baby's cry. Well, I didn't hear Timothy's cry. And I'm asking, is my baby alive? Is my baby alive? Nobody's answering me. I didn't hear any cries at all, anything, nothing.
At only 1 pound, 14 ounces, Timothy couldn't cry. His lungs were stiff and underdeveloped. He was immediately connected to a respirator and rushed to the neonatal intensive care unit. Simone never saw her son. While Timothy was fighting for his life, another life was hovering in the balance inside Simone's womb. 22 doctors, nurses, and medical technicians waited for the birth of the second twin. And waited, and waited, and waited.
He was like, well, is he gonna come? Because he was expecting for our uterus to continue to contract. It just stopped.
Normally, the second twin immediately follows the first. But what happened with Timothy's sister cannot be explained, even by the doctors.
The second baby was higher in the uterus and actually looked like she was trying to get as far away from the activity that was occurring as possible.
I certainly can't explain why that baby didn't come down. I don't think anybody can.
Now the doctors had to change their focus. This baby wasn't coming, so they stitched Simone's cervix shut, gave her antibiotics to prevent infection, and to try to keep this baby inside, they put Simone upside down again.
Well, our first hope was that we would be able to get 48 hours, but at 48 hours, her uterus was very quiet. Her cervix had closed. This baby looked great, and there was no evidence of infection. And so she was acting as if this event had never happened.
Every day we were taking as a victory, and at the end of every week, we all looked at each other and couldn't believe it.
Still 7 months pregnant, Simone had stabilized enough to be wheeled to the intensive care unit to see her son for the first time.
I didn't see Timothy until he was a month old. So that was really, really hard because I am still pregnant. And
You were and you are.
And
Friends will come up to me, I know what you're going through, and I tell them, no, you don't. Because you don't have a wife that has a baby and is still pregnant.
Hi, Timothy.
January 18th, 1995, more than 3 months after the birth of Timothy, 9 months from conception. In the ultimate irony, his twin sister refused to be born. And like Timothy, the second twin would be born naturally. The doctors had to induce labor.
It was really frightening for me because I wasn't sure that everything was going to go fine. Because I was the one who had given birth to a baby that didn't cry.
Deep breath, Simone, push.
Can you see that?
Yes, I can.
Okay,
You want to
sweet
get her a
pea.
mirror?
Oh, it's been a long time. Huh? You missed your brother. Thank you.
Hi, Celeste.
Miraculously, Celeste Rebecca Keyes entered the world crying, 95 days after her twin brother Timothy. In the process, they set a world record, 2 babies born 3 months apart, guaranteeing a lifetime of confusion.
For the Keys, the birth of their twins is more than just a page in a record book. For them and for us, it proves the existence of miracles.
Things can happen beyond your wildest dreams. I mean, maybe a year ago, maybe I would have lost Timothy and Celeste. But it's such a blessing that I was able to have both of them because they are miracles. It's a testimony, a living testimony of happiness and joy.
Coming up, it's beyond Hollywood special effects. 7,000-pound elephants swimming in the ocean for real. And we go beyond the mind to a place where they can duplicate a near-death experience. And beyond sports, this man attempts to climb a 10-story waterfall with no rope.